Yo, Happy New Year. Okay, so I kind of like these Q&A episodes, so I decided to pull a few more questions for you guys. All right, starting out. First question. What is your daily routine like? Excellent question. So I get up, first thing I do is throw the earbuds in, start listening to podcasts, usually listen like Marketing School or The Game with Hormozy, Masters of Scale, A16 and Z, Web3, Tim Ferriss Show, Lex Friedman, Huberman Labs, and there's a bunch of other ones, but those are just some of Teal Talks. But yeah, so I listen to probably, I get up, spend my morning, I'd probably listen to like four episodes or something like that, then shower. Then I make a video, and then usually upload it to Instagram, and then take rough drafts from Instagram, upload them to YouTube. I eat well, I eat mainly fruit. Usually I juice every day pretty much. I cut up fruit and put it in the juicer, and I eat like the stuff after it's been ground up. And I eat a lot of chicken salads. And I drink coffee a lot. And coffee and water is the only thing I drink other than the juice I make. But yeah, and I work out, 3-4 times a week. I was training. I was really wanting to run a marathon, like train for the Boston Marathon, but I went a little too hard, I guess, because I ran like a couple, I started out was like 5 miles. Then I was like, all right, I'm feeling great. And then I ran 9 miles, and when I did that, I kind of hurt my heel a little bit. So I've just been doubling down on like push-ups, sit-ups, planks, and what I do with those is basically like get it in, and I just go until I'm starting to burn, and then I start counting. So I don't know. Usually I start out with like 50 or 60 push-ups, like first set. So, but yeah, and I have a good diet, like 5'7.5", like 150 right now, like 152, freaking solid. Okay, advice on sales. Okay. Well, first I will say, if you or your company is screaming ABC, negative. That would be a goal. I think it's more important to focus on a system. I've always in the past said ABP, because that's the only way you can get to ABC, is always be prospecting. So that's like a place where you need to focus on a system. You're not just going to be closing unless you have like a huge company and you have like your, like there's a closing process with multiple people. Then like the closers, But like if you're like in sales and you do it all, like you're not just ABC, man, you're zero talent, It's ABP, that's the only way to get to ABC. There's also other tricks you can do, like measure, and one thing I'll say too is hit the phones. You can cover so much ground on the phones as opposed to, whether you're in commercial or residential, if you're on the phones, like the amount of outreach you have is like so much higher than anywhere else. And I don't remember if it was in Grit or Uncopyable Sales Secrets, but I had this one part that was like so badass. It was like talking about this one dude that was like really good at sales, and what he'd do is he would get 2 cups and put like 50 paper clips in one, and the other one would be empty. Then he'd make a call. Every time he made a call, like he'd drop a paper clip in the cup, and he was like crushing it. I'd also say know what you're selling. If you can't answer all your prospects' questions, like that's pathetic. So know exactly what you're selling, and starting out, you might not close deals. You just got to get your reps in too, so just like don't get discouraged at first, because like this, you got to get your reps in before you master it. No one's expecting you to just be a beast like off rip. And find something that you can sell that you think that can genuinely benefit people, I would say. That's the best form of sales, like when you feel like you're helping people out. And sell yourself and sell a solution. Okay. Next question that I pulled was, can you tell us a little bit about YouTube's algorithm and how it works? Okay, so YouTube's basically like your employer. Um, what they want to see above everything is consistency. Um, and one thing that messes with the algorithm, don't post long form and shorts in the same day. And if you post shorts, only post 2 shorts a day and make sure they're 6 hours apart. Okay. Um, and again, consistency, whether you want to post, Monday and Friday, make sure you post Monday and Friday. You want to post every day, then post every day, but stick with it, because, it doesn't matter if you're the best in the world. If you're not reliable and persistent, you ain't shit. Okay, bringing us to the next question. I've got a couple book questions here, okay? What biographies have had a good influence on your life? Okay, biographies, I would say the first one, I would have to go with Ron Chernow's book, Titan. Daunting read, but it was badass. It's a story about John D. Rockefeller. And it was really cool. I don't know if y'all knew this, but like when he was a little kid, his first business, what he did is he stalked this turkey into the woods and found where its like nest was and stole its eggs and started a turkey egg business. He's like a hustler, like out the womb. And then he also had like dad issues, like all kinds of other entrepreneurs, where his dad was actually like a sociopath, had like 2 identities, and had like a whole nother family and shit. And then also, like, he was like young when he acquired the play that he ran against Clark to acquire Standard Oil was like the sickest, most ethical, badass play in history. Other than that, I also read Steve Jobs' book by Walter Isaacson. Was an excellent read. I eat carrots a lot because of that book. And then I also thought it was cool, like in the pictures where he was like sitting on the floor with his lamp. So I've done that for a little bit, a couple videos. But he was a good dude. I'm not sure how everything ended with him and Woz, but if everything ended good, I feel like he made like a big impact on the world in a positive way. But I would say like memoirs. If you've read Think and Grow Rich and you're a fan of it, you've got to read Mastermind. It's Napoleon Hill's memoirs. It's a quick read, and it is awesome. It's an awesome book. Okay, one other book question. Okay, so a book recommendation for someone having a hard time in life and why? I would have to say Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, man. Such a good book. He went through Auschwitz, like he was like with his family, and all of a sudden these Nazis just like kicked his door in, and like he was just a psychologist, and he was like a doctor, and they just like took him and threw him in prison for just having a religion, and he was the inventor of what's called logotherapy, which is like meaning therapy. So like, he's in Auschwitz, like starving and everything, and like watching all these people die and everything, but like he found like a will to live because he wanted to share his work with people. So like that's how he got through Auschwitz and the other concentration camps. It's a really awesome read. And also Andy Andrews' book, The Traveler's Gift, is a really good book too if you're going through a difficult time. Okay, and that brings us to the final question of the day. What about your social life? And where are you at with everything since you've created your first video? Social life, I don't have a social life. I don't know, I'm real picky about who I surround myself with, and that's just not real important to me. I kind of feel like I have like a bond with these people I listen to podcasts to, I feel like those are people that I would want to associate with. And I mean, it's just really not that important to me, like the social life, the friends and stuff can come, but it's like, I need to accomplish my goals before I worry about that kind of stuff, because then like once I accomplish my goals, then like I can have a lot better options of picking instead of just like settling, I'm not big on settling. And so where am I at as far as like my master? Okay, so I've been to UWF, I've been to PSC, put up all these mastermind flyers. I've had 0 mastermind texts yet. Posted to social media. I don't know what the hell is going on with my Facebook, but like it looks like Facebook's like servers are completely busted or something because I literally cannot get on Facebook for anything. So yeah, but I put up, got my house listed. I just got a realtor, so planning to sell my house, by March 19th, and gonna either move to, I'm not 100% sure on this one. Yeah, I need to check in New York City, San Francisco, Los Angeles, but I also kind of want to go to Rio de Janeiro, and I kind of want to go travel around Europe for a little bit. So, and I really want to see the Great Wall of China too. I think that would be pretty amazing. So, I don't know, man. Like once I sell my house, I think I might make some friends, and maybe see if people want to go. I don't know, because I'm here and I just, it's kind of messed up, It's like people I grew up with, they know what the fuck I'm doing, and no one supports what I'm doing, So it's like, I know the startup review says reach out to old friends, but I feel like that that one's difficult for me, man. The 46. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys taking the time to check in today, and remember, don't drive drunk tonight, and you can be what you will to be.